Gentlemen, how are we? Ladies and gentlemen, listeners, welcome to the Leg Up Australia podcast.
Can he do it? The gloves are off. They go toe to toe, blow for blow. He's clear. His big heart pounding. Yes. History.
Welcome to our second live, live preview, Manikato Stakes, the Cox Plate, and we're doing the Sydney Champion Stakes, the Spring Champion Stakes. Gentlemen, how are you? I'm Sam Wood, Pat Allendorf, Blake Johnson. If you're new to the channel or the show, welcome. How are you going, fellas?
Going great, mate. I'm actually on a bit of a losing streak. Didn't go any good last weekend, so hoping for a big turnaround this weekend with the Manikato on Friday night. This is, don't you love a bit of Moonee Valley action on Friday night where you can just dump a whole part of your weekend.
Very dangerous.
Dump a whole part of your weekend punting pot on Friday night. Hopefully get a result and have plenty to go on the World Cup, which is going on at the moment in rugby league, and also the race on Saturday at Moonee Valley and Randwick. There's some big races that we're going to be on, so tipping coming soon.
Yeah, I think it is a dangerous way to lead into the weekend, the Valley, as you and I even found out the other week, just playing around. Just I think you and I found ourselves at home with the kids separately, and we'll have a little play here and bit of fun. And we just went bust. BJ, how are you, mate?
Yeah, going good, thanks. Woodhead? Going well, thank you.
That's good.
Excited?
Okay, good. I don't know if there's a lag on the connection or just in your head.
Yeah, I've got to flick the
No lag.
chat.
Everything's going
There's a
well.
lag, yeah.
We just had that members only tip go around. Didn't have any luck, so I'm a little bit flat to start the show, you know. But we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Just shake it off, baby. It's variance. It's all variance.
We'll get there tomorrow.
Of course.
Best
There's always more races.
The best thing about it is we're back right at it tomorrow, which is fantastic. And obviously, you know, if you started tipping winners consistently on the live show, we would have to do a live show every day.
Yeah, that's true.
Which it'd be hard to do. But I was just saying, a lot of people just saw this prior to the show in the live. I'm very excited for today's live show. I got the call up. I think it was about 3 o'clock yesterday. The missus said, you better come home. I've caught a bug off the kids. I'm not well. So I've had a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old just at me for 24 hours, sleeping on the couch, the whole lot, just to kind of stay safe, stay healthy, and keep the kids away from the wife. And oh God, it could not have come around quick enough. So cheers. Thank you for not cancelling and making sure this went out.
I was going to say, mate, it screams of you need to go to the pub. You need to get yourself out to the pub. Because you come home and complain about being at work now. You complain about being at home. You need to do a good 12-hour stint at the pub.
I could even do that. I could definitely do that. It's weird, though. Elisa's in the room claiming she's sick. I've seen Domino's come through. She hasn't stopped. Jimmy Brings. There's music going on in there. I just think she's having a break.
Blockbuster dropped off some videos.
Some new DVDs. Paddy, what have you been up to, mate? Like you said, you haven't been on the greatest run yourself personally. You ready to bounce back this weekend?
Yeah, mate. I knocked down half the Halloween gear on Saturday. I just could not back a winner. It was disgusting. And then now Gold Trip decides to go around again in the Cox Plate on Saturday. I'm tossing up whether to throw some good money after bad. But yeah, mate, it's been a very light week. Been out eating the newspaper and on the 2-minute noodles. had to pull the kids out of school, put them into public school. It's
we don't say that stuff.
It's easy. They don't go to school. Obviously, they're homeschooled.
Obviously, because you're out on that homestead, raising the kids up on the farm.
You know how much I love camping.
What about you, BJ? What's your thoughts on homeschooling?
I'm not for it.
I could see you being a real radical.
The worst thing about homeschooling
like a cult.
is the kids are there all day.
Yeah, I know. Where do you send them?
Oh, just hope they wag.
How do you do your day drinking, you know?
Your kids need to be socialised. But we're not going to get into it. This is not a political
Okay.
podcast or a parent education podcast or anything like that. So
That's fair enough.
we don't want to go down that track.
Should we get into the races? We've annoyed everyone long enough
what
by
we're
just
here.
holding out.
How's your week been, Blakey?
Yeah, it's been good.
Geez, don't elaborate. Shit.
All right, Blake, can we move on to the races? We can't sit here chatting all day.
Oh, all you want to do is shoot the shit.
Well, let's roll straight into the. We'll start with the Manikato Stakes. It's Friday night. I'm just going to get a little updated selection here on the odds. I'll go through a couple of the runners. Plenty. Oh, you're a funny old system I'm using here. Palele is into $3.50 with our good friends over at Bet. Cool and Gatta, $5. Bella Nipotina, $5.10. I'd say there's been a bit of money for Cool and Gatta. Rothfire, $6.70. Best of Bordeaux, $13.20. The rest at double figure odds. Have you had a good chance to pull this race apart, Pat, or are you kind of are you launching into this, or are you hesitant around the Moonee Valley on a Friday night?
I'm not. I really like one here, and I think it's a good price.
Okay.
And there's no reason why we shouldn't be launching into it because it's been there and done it before, and it's on the upward trajectory. Bella Nipotina.
Oh, the podcast horse, beautiful nipples.
Yeah, beautiful nipples. I'm telling you, it is absolutely flying to the point where it really should have won last start in the Maya Stakes when Cool and Gatta beat it. It had a torrid run, 3 wide the trip, no cover, and it was still coming and coming and coming. 1,000 metres out to 1,200 metres. This horse is that consistent. It deserves a Group 1 on its resume. I think it can take the next step on Friday night.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. It's currently at $5.10 with our friends over at Bet. It opened at $4.20. Actually, I think it got out to about $7 at one stage.
Well, yeah, it's quite quirky running under lights. It's proven doing that, which is great.
Yeah.
I think it draws the good barrier this time. Last time it drew 11. This time it draws 2. So I'm hoping that just with a bit better run in transit, it can really put one on. It gets Craig Williams on board too. He is absolutely flying after an Everest victory last week. He went on a rocking horse at the moment. So between him and Blake Shin and J Mac, it's just the three of them are just airborne, absolutely airborne.
Yeah, they're absolutely flying. Did you have a look at this race, BJ? Who are you liking for the Manikato Stakes on Friday night?
The Manikato Stakes, a good race. Very good race. Plenty of chances. There's going to be good speed engaged because you've got Best of Bordeaux coming from a wide alley. You should try to take up the running, but there's plenty of speed drawn inside him as well. Bella Nipotina was an interesting one last start. The market didn't like her, but she was really good. She was 3 deep without cover, as Pat said, and she was really strong on the line. That was 1,000 metres. I reckon the value in the race is Rothfire. He was backed as if unbeatable last start in that race that Cool and Gatta won, and Bella Nipotina was very good wide without cover. He didn't have the best of luck. He ended up SPing $3. We're getting about $7 about him now, $6.50 or something like that. He found the perfect spot, but Bella Nipotina just got up on his outside and pestered him, and he didn't really get clear galloping room. Previous to that, when he won over that 1,000 metres, he was able to just pop out, and he put him away. I think he was a little bit not flat, but he was looking for 1,200 metres at his next start. So I think he gets it now. He lands right behind the speed, and I think the market had it right last start, and I think he'll be really well supported.
I don't often say this about you, Blake, because you're quite subjective with your form, but are you a little bit of a Rothfire fan?
He is.
Yeah, I like Rothfire. He's be a good story.
He's one of yours, isn't he?
He's one of mine, but the market loved him last start, so I'm happy to go with him. Paul Ailey was Paul Ailey was good the other day, getting out to 1,100 metres, but ingratiating, that form hasn't really stacked up in regards to his run in the Everest. And did you watch the replay, Pat, when Paul Ailey got struck with the whip?
I did. Do you know what?
It was really noticeable, wasn't it?
It did, and it sort of half checked. I thought it was the equivalent of a check. It was like, what the F is this? And it did very well to continue on in its, how would you say, in its momentum, in its stride to win that race. I thought it was pretty impressive, but yeah, he didn't miss when he hit it.
No, not at all.
Do they count that as a strike? The stewards, is that counted as one use of the whip?
I don't know. Does he get a double whammy for one on Paul Ailey and one on his mount?
Yeah, it was a pretty shit go.
But it was a good win.
It was a good win. I sort of find Paul Ailey a bit weak though. And in this sort of high pressure race, I thought it would actually put that field away last start, but yeah, that's why I can't have it on top here, and I can definitely not be on it at $3 something.
I feel like, and talk me through it, we're getting a good price for Coolangatta. I mean, I know it's up in distance, but coming off that last start win, why are we seeing? Well, it's at the 590 some places right now.
Mate,
either of you guys give Coolangatta a chance?
Yes and no. The reason I was leaning towards Bella Nipotina, it was coming at it on the line. I think Coolangatta had enough over the 1,000 metres, and I don't think it's going to get its own way in front again like it did in that race in the Manikato Stakes. So I was more impressed with Bella Nipotina nearly grabbing it on the line, and I thought if that race was 50, 100 metres longer, it would have put a few lengths on it. So I'm happy to leave Coolangatta out.
Yeah, I agree with Pat. I think she's got a good hope. She's just 1,000 metres to 1,200 metres, and there looks to be a little bit more pressure here. So I would tend to think that she's going to be. It's going to be a little bit tougher for her to go straight to the front and hold on.
Talking about speed, Blakey, that brings me to my value pick for the race.
Oh, give it to us, please.
The Inferno.
You need to look at other horses. You look at the same 6 horses all year.
What do you mean?
Get off the Inferno. It's funny that we're back to Bella Nipotina. I'm surprised you didn't bloody tip Sava 2XL or Savatoxel in this race. I would have had money on you putting Savatoxel in as the value bet, but of course you've gone Inferno. Inferno is currently 30-1, opened at 60s. Tell us, how does this thing beat the likes of horses like Polele and Bella Nipotina and Coolangatta?
You've got to remember, this horse was selected in Everest, so there is a high opinion of it. Its first 2 starts this prep, it's gone around over 1,000 metres, which I don't think it's really suited at. Gets to the 1,200 here. If they go lickety-split up front, it is going to set up for something to run home from the back. And we've seen its devastating turn of foot, not only over the 1,200 metres, but also at the Valley, which is a big, big positive for these horses that can run on, being able to do it at the Valley off that the turn. So that's why I think, yeah, it's worth a couple of dollars at the 30, 40 to 1.
Blake, you've got a bit of a roughie for us in this race?
Yeah, I do. I got a good one.
It's not the Inferno, is it?
Oh, it's bloody, you wouldn't believe it. He's tipping Savatoxel.
It's a run-on type, another run-on type, just like you, Pat. I think 11-11 is the best roughie in the race.
Oh, Hickman. Won't he get blind if it wins?
Oh.
11-11.
He's close talking to you after it wins.
And if it
He's
doesn't...
really close to winning first up last prep at Scone over 1,100 metres. I know that's Scone, but he did carry 61 kilos. He's better suited at weight for age. And then he went to Queensland and he ran terrific in that Kingsford Smith Cup. So that's Private Eye, Rothfire form. He has paid $15 there. And then they went to the Stradbroke and he started $6.50 there. So again, you've got Private Eye and Rothfire form. He started shorter than I think both those horses in that race. He's trialled well. Bowman's going down to ride him, so if I was going to play a roughie, and I will be having something on him, I think 11-11 could possibly get over the top of him if they overdo it up front.
Punters, let us know in the comments who you think is going to win the Manikato Stakes. We will do I'm actually going to do up an image tomorrow as well of all the tips and the roughies and that from all the shows, because I'm pretty sure now with the 3 shows, which next week goes to 4 shows across the Leg Up channel, which we can't announce just yet. Fan favourites in the new show, which I think everyone's going to be excited about. But because we'll all cover these races, it'd be great for you guys to kind of follow who you like the best or who you think's in the best form and see what they're liking for the main races, which this weekend all the shows will cover Manikato, Cox Plate and Spring Champions. What about this one down the bottom? And I know it's very, very, very wide. It's 60-1. It's Annabelle Neesham's horse, Sweet Ride. Brings a Sydney form and has plenty of experience on rain-affected track, because I think we're going to get a bit of rain. I think there's a bit of rain there now.
Sorry, get a run.
They'll get rain tomorrow and Saturday. It just seems way over the odds.
You need 4 scratchings to get it in the race.
No, it's first emergency, isn't it?
Sweet Ride. No, mate, it's number 18.
Oh, okay. Well, I won't ask you about that one.
3 or 4 HIAs to...
Yeah, it's very unlikely
HIA.
to get a run.
Yeah.
It's actually,
let's
if
hope.
you
Sorry,
want back
Reg.
it, I think it's in on Saturday, one of the earlier races on Saturday. So,
Oh, okay.
so if
Oh,
you
I
like
will.
it,
And let's hope for no HIAs, just to be clear.
Paul Lele had one the other week after he got struck with the whip in the...
Smack with a whip.
Oh,
God.
God.
Okay, we're staying at Death Valley. We're moving to the next day. We're hitting up the Cox Plate. 2,040 metres, Group 1, $5 million in prize money. Currently, Anamoe is $2.64. Zaki, $4.50. El Bodegon, $8.10. I'm Thunderstruck, $11.
I can't believe you don't know how to say that horse's name.
Well, Zamet told me on the Monday show. Bodegon? I've got it wrong?
Bodegon.
no idea.
Okay. So he's just chipping at me. Can anyone help me out in the comments?
Why do you
Just
need-
spell it out.
Well, Dad, you're very hard on Blake. He did give that present the other day, the 10 lessons to the elocution lady.
Oh, I'll give you 5 of them.
Are they transferable?
Yeah, they are. There's one in Sydney. Elocution.
Electrocution classes.
Electrocution. Yeah. Shock
I don't
therapy,
know what
so
you
I can
guys
read
are
better.
on about.
It's like vocabulary and how to pronounce things, Blake.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
Gosh. So before we dive into this race, Pat, what is going on? The big blood. What's the latest news? I know you were in constant text with Alan Andres. Was there anything?
Oh,
Any update?
Isn't this just some drama on the eve of the Cox Plate? Can you believe it? Last year we had Zaki pulling out the morning of. Now potentially Alligator Blood is under a cloud. I cannot believe it. Although it is in the Waterhouse stable, and they're, I don't know.
Here we go.
There could be a little bit of just a little bit of drama just playing out. This could just be a little bit of a smoke screen. Look over here.
Oh, okay. I'm liking these accusations you're
they
throwing
did it last
out.
time with the Underwood Stakes, where they said that they were going to take a sit, but they didn't throw anything at the stewards about that, and then they came out and led and just got the easy lead. Ooh,
And right as it jumped, apparently Gay yelled out, "Psych!"
Yeah.
And they went for it.
I'm going to lead. Shit. So
Yeah.
I don't know how much to take of this. At the start of Anamoe's prep, it was I think this. I don't know if it came from the stewards about it pulling up lane, but it's had an absolutely outstanding prep, uncomparable preparation. So yes, there is the cloud over Alligator Blood. I think if it starts, it's no worries. It was probably just a bit of a furphy, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't know how serious to take this, Blakey. What do you reckon?
I think he'll be there. I think the blood will be there. All reports are that the stable are happy with him, but Racing Victoria stewards are pretty
Harsh.
harsh. I'd say harsh on their entrance. I want to make sure everything, all the I's are all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed.
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
Good.
Yeah.
You need to go to
Yeah.
spelling classes.
Yeah, you dot the I's and you cross the T's. That's
You
right.
do, Blake. You do.
well, geez, the Blood would play. I feel like the Blood is a bit like Trevor Gilmeister. It would want to play.
I think, I reckon he's a little bit like the former owner, Alan Andres. Just a little bit. Throw one. Look, what? Look at this hand over here, and then I'm going to do this over here.
Oh,
and-
where's me wallet? I've lost my
there
watch.
you go. Yeah. You like crypto, you like horses, easy
And you know
bonds.
what?
It's all over the place.
I love that it's drawn 12. Now that it took the what's it called, the mystery out of whether he's going to go forward or take a sit or what, like how hard they're going to go. He's going to go hard.
He has
to go hard, and he's going to lead, and it's
He's
going
the
to be a
Blood.
true run test, and whatever Zaki does, it does. But I don't know.
I don't think he'll lead.
Who, the Blood?
I don't think he'll lead. I don't think
They'll let him.
Zaki will let him cross.
Zaki, would it do it again? It ruined its chances
Here
last race.
Here
Well, how
comes
do
the
you work
blood
that
now. Alligator blood on the...
That's what they'll be
Well,
hearing. Zaki will get windburn.
I think last race, if it didn't sort of try to annoy Alligator Blood the whole way, it would have gave itself a better opportunity to win the race.
Yeah,
So
I think they both had their chance. They went very slow in that race, and it'll be a different story on grand final day. And I would think that Tim Clark wouldn't want to get into a speed battle on Alligator Blood, considering that he's suspect at 2,000 metres.
But still, it's a gay horse, so I just think that they'll say, you lead, Tim, and if you
I'll have a
don't
side
lead...
bet with you.
Well,
Side bet.
yeah, that it'll lead.
There's no way that he's going to cross Zaki.
All right, if he crosses, I'll shave my head.
Blake throwing his hair out.
Is
I
he?
am
make
growing
him
my
shave
hair
it.
out, like dreadlocks.
He wants to get a mullet like the big dog. Oh.
Big Cam Smith.
So, Pat, are you firmly in the Alligator Blood camp?
Now, do you know what, mate? I'll tip Alligator Blood as my outsider. I threw the prices out the window and said, who is the best horse in the race? Who's going to win the race? Anamoe is going to win the race. I'd love to see Alligator Blood do it, but I just cannot see them beating Anamoe. I reckon it's going better than it was last year, and I reckon possibly was a stronger race last year than this year. So I think Anamoe could really dominate, and its wheels were spinning around the turn at Caulfield last start, and it's proven around Moonee Valley. If it can just do the same thing it did last year, it'll be smashing this field, I would say.
Any argument from you, Beach?
He'd want to be going better than he was last year because he's got to carry 8 kilos more. But obviously he's the horse to beat. But I'm in the Zaki camp.
Oh,
I think Zaki's the one. He comes through 3 really slow races. First up, that was on a heavy surface. I don't think he got the fitness he needed. Second up, he was disappointing. Got struck with the whip behind Alligator Blood. He was 1,400 to 1,800 metres in last start.
Tactical.
He sat outside Alligator Blood. He actually had the best sectional of the day between the 4 and the 2. And then he had a massive drop-off over the last furlong. He had the 59th best last 200 metres of the day there. So that's a huge drop-off for mine, and it suggests that he needed that run. So he's at 2,000 metres for the second time now. He draws a low gate. I think they take up the running, and they'll look to skip around the corner and have a quick sectional between the 4 and the 2. And if he can be a little bit stronger late, I think Anamoe will have trouble catching him.
I don't often say this though, Blake, but you're very subjective with your form. But are you a
you don't often say that.
Are you a Zaki fan?
I'm a Zaki fan, and I'm an Anamoe fan. Like, he wobbled around the corner last start, and he was still good enough to pick them up. And I suggest that he probably has a little bit more to come in regards to him pulling up with an issue over that after that Group 1 mile race at Randwick. So maybe he missed a little bit of work, and maybe he's got more to come. But I just can't get him to the price that he currently is, and the market absolutely adores him every time he goes around. There was nothing between the three that crossed the line. Like you could say that I'm Thunderstruck is the value in the race, but I'm going to say that when I looked at the race, can he come from behind Anamoe and beat him? And I would say no. He can't come from behind Anamoe and beat him. Kenzaki, strip fitter, give a good kick around the corner, and give Anamoe plenty to catch? And the answer to that question is absolutely yes.
And what about Alligator Blood?
He'd need to get a very soft lead. It'd need to be bad tactics from Annabelle Neesham and Jamie Carr, and I'm not expecting that.
Question from the comments. Brad Small wants to know, what are your thoughts on, and either of you could pick this up, Slowunga the place? Nash or Willa? I mean, you can't count out Nash. Always a chance.
Blake can have that one.
He's saying no.
Well, I don't know. Not for me. He was good finishing off last start. His first couple of runs this preparation weren't the best, but he seems to be back on track now. But I wouldn't be backing him to run a place, but each to their own.
Paddy, you've got Alligator Blood as your value. Are you going to have a value bet in this one, BJ?
Yep, my best value in the race is Gold Trip. I thought that he'd be... I didn't expect him to turn up in this race. There's two scenarios that Kieran Maher and David Eustace think that he needs a fast run race into a Melbourne Cup, that he's not ready to go around in a Melbourne Cup yet, or they think that he has a genuine winning chance of the race. And I would suggest that it's the latter, because they've whacked the blinkers on him. They've got Jamie Spencer out here to ride him, and I just think he's dangerous. If he's been trending up towards his best form in Europe, and he maps to get every possible chance, I think he's dangerous.
As you guys know, we are brought to you by Boombet, and one of the main reasons we went with Boombet is their prices. So every horse we've basically spoken about in this, Zaki, $4.50. Boombet's offering the best price on it. Alligator Blood, they're not offering the best price, but they're only about 30 cents off the best price. Gold Trip, Anamoe, Elbodegon, every horse we've spoken about, they're offering the best price in the market at the moment. So definitely get on board. I think we'll put in the comments here what the double is, the Boomed Odd double. Do we know it now? We do know it now. You guys know it.
We know it now.
What is it? What is it? Give it to us. Come on.
It's in our group.
It's at the Valley on Saturday.
What's up, Berkeley Square?
Running races.
Oh,
what is it?
A running double.
Tuvalu?
And Berkeley Square.
That's right.
Tuvalu, Pat, I'm not sure if you saw in the leg up little group that we have with our Melbourne analyst, but he said Tuvalu rhymes with coral.
What's that, mate?
He didn't want to throw the M word out there, but I think he's very confident on Tuvalu.
As soon as you start flashing that word
I thought the
around.
name rhymed with.
Yeah, so did I. I thought, is this going to be a
Tuvalu rhymes with coral. Sorry, maybe I didn't explain that. And I tell you why I'm a little bit flustered, because, Pat, you won't know this. BJ, you might. It's just been announced on our page. Very Elegant officially retired.
Oh.
I think that's a very good decision.
Yep, I agree. She finishes with 11 Group 1s to her name and more than $14 million in prize money. It's a great post here by Nick, a true champion of the turf, with a nice photo of VE and J-Mac.
They haven't decided what stallion it's going to yet.
Well, you'd think that she's going to go to something over there, maybe.
Over there.
Frankel, maybe, yeah.
Imagine that.
Wowee.
Pretty exciting stuff.
Well, that would be.
But yeah, so the leg up multi this weekend is Moonee Valley Race 6 number 2 Tuvalu into Moonee Valley Race 7 number 1 Berkeley Square, and we're due.
Berkeley Square.
So if you want to get hold of that that multi, click the link in our bio.
Yeah, it'll be in there. A little link in the bio. Yeah. All right, guys, let's head to Royal Randwick. We go to race 8. It's the Spring Champion Stakes. I don't know why I keep going to say the Sydney Champion Stakes. It's race 8. It's over 2,000 metres, $2 million in prize money, mind you. Our fave is Elliptical at $4.25 with the boom. She's Extreme into $5.10. Williamsburg, $5.60. Blah, 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 blah. I really haven't looked at this race because we've had a bet in it and, we've been busy. Blake, kick us off. Come on, kick us off.
Oh yeah, this is absolutely the
We're in
best
here.
bet of the weekend.
We're on here. We're
Absolutely.
excited.
I can't believe the price. I can't believe she's still $6.50 with some places.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think Boom's heard that we're having a go at her and wheeled it into $5.20. What else are you talking about, BJ?
She's Extreme. Best play of the weekend. No doubt. I have no doubt about it. I think she has to start very close to favourite, in my opinion. She comes through all the right races. If you go back through her form, she got to a mile at Randwick last preparation. That was in the Champagne Stakes, and she was too good for them. Williamsburg was in that race. She SP'd around $5 or $4 that day, and Williamsburg he SP'd maybe 50 to 1 or something along those lines. I'm just going back and having a look. Oh no, sorry. That's not correct. So She's Extreme SP'd $5 that day, and Williamsburg SP'd $8.50. I know he's back in good order, but I do think that she is absolutely different class. And then you can have a look at, she came through the Golden Rose. She was on the quick backup there. I think she SP'd $9 that day. Renaissance Woman, no. Prometo came through that race. He was a $61 chance. He's now a $6.50 chance. She's a $6.50 chance, so that doesn't really make sense to me. She was on the heels of Golden Mile in that race. Golden Mile's gone down to Melbourne and franked that form in the Caulfield Guineas. That form ties in with Elliptical. And then She's Extreme ran second in the Flight Stakes, and she SP'd $5 or something in that race. I'm just trying to find it. Probably should have had this written down, but she SP'd $5 in that race, and Renaissance Woman SP'd $61 in that race. Renaissance Woman is a $13 chance here. She's gone to Melbourne and won over 2,000 metres, is on the 7-day backup, but I'd be slightly against her because that was a fast race there. But yeah, there's no speed in the race. She's Extreme will take up the running, as she did in that Champagne Stakes, and she is going to be very hard to catch. I think this has been the goal all along, and I think she'll start favourite.
Very good. She's Extreme. We for anyone that was wondering why we give that one to members, we took the early price on it. Came out. I think the early mail was
that
yesterday.
price is still available.
Correct, it is. Paddy, who are you liking in this race?
I like the toppy, mate. Elliptical. I think it's...
Elliptical.
I know it's only 4 starts into its career, but it's been crying out to get over this 2,000 metres. It's been absolutely super impressive in these shorter distances where it's looked like it just hasn't been suited. Its wheels have been spinning over the 1,400 metres and still been running on into placings. And I thought its run in the Caulfield Guineas was brilliant and only just got beat by Golden Mile. The longer distance, extra 400 metres is all to this horse, and I think that it is a deserved favourite, actually. So I'll be getting on Elliptical.
Elliptical.
I disagree. He is
Blake
definitely
Shin
not-
coming up to ride. Massive positive there. Gets a nice barrier.
What were you saying, Beej?
He's not a deserved favourite.
He doesn't deserve it, Pat. Blake said.
He doesn't. He's not a deserved
I don't want to get him angry, mate.
No, get him angry. Get him rolled up. And don't take him on.
Don't take him
That's
on.
okay. It's fine. He's. Like, I thought he was good in that Caulfield Guineas. I thought he was very good. He probably just needed room sooner. And I do think that Blake Shin coming down to ride him is a massive positive.
He's absolutely airborne.
But I don't want to come over the top of you, Pat. But I don't agree that he's a deserving favourite.
I don't, mate. It's runs though behind.
Might be wrong.
Its runs behind good horses have been very, very solid over unsuitable distances. So that's why.
I think she's different gravy. She's absolutely different gravy for mine.
Who? She's extreme.
She's extreme.
Well, I don't know. Like, how come Renaissance Woman is $12 and it's run and won over 2,000 metres?
Because she started $61 in the Flight Stakes.
Yeah, but then it come out and won the Ethereal Stakes well back.
Yeah, well, what
$5
price would a
favourite.
She's Extreme been in that race?
I don't know, mate. What price?
She would have been even money favourite.
Well, I guess we'll see on the weekend. But yeah, that's my outsider in the race is Renaissance Woman at $12. It's the only horse to go over the 2,000 metres in this race, and it's a nice win at Caulfield last weekend.
Yeah, very good.
On the quick backup.
Short backup. It was
It was
and
a good win.
Hildo did mention in the weigh-in that it's definitely worth keeping an eye on Renaissance Woman.
I definitely think that she can win the Oaks for
The Oaks,
sure.
yeah. But it's it on the turn that gave what was it, Foxy Cleopatra a nice bump to turn it sideways and still picked itself up and run home for a nice win at Caulfield. So I mean, that's pretty nice form coming into this.
Can't be ignored. But, we are obviously very keen on She's Extreme. Tommy Berry missing the ride, which is a bit unfortunate. The jockey change to Glyn Schofield is not a negative here, BJ. Do you think?
It's not even the best rider in his family.
He's riding actually quite well. He's rode 16 winners in his last 100 rides. All he has to do is land in front and the race is over. If she runs 2,000 metres, it is over. She is a Group 1 winner. She's absolutely different gravy. She comes through all the right races. She handles it heavy. And
Of all
if she
the
runs
jockeys,
the trip,
though.
she just wins.
Group 1. Let me ask you this question, Blake. Group 1 race coming up. Your horse is in it. You've got all the jockeys to select from. Where on the list would G. Schofield be? Like, what number?
Glyn.
18
We
to
don't
25?
have all the jockeys to select from this week because a heap of them, all the best jockeys are in Melbourne.
But you don't reckon there would have been a better jockey to select than...
I'll take Glyn. He's rode 16 winners from his last 100.
That's
And he's
16%, Pat.
Yeah, he's
That's-
winning. If you leveled staked all his last 100 rides, you'd be winning at 30% profit on turnover. So he's going
Wow.
well.
That's all right.
That's
he must-
extremely good.
Maybe he just needs a Group 1 winning horse in his
He must have
his
got-
hands.
must have been some good horses under him, I'll tell you that.
There's a few at odds, I'd say, that he's ridden home.
Those horses must have been absolutely flying. I'll tell you. Shiver me timbers. Hang
Anything
on.
else to add, gentlemen?
Jay Paisley, you got to
We've
ride
got some
the race.
value bets going on in this race, or it's such an open race.
Mine is
isn't it?
Renaissance Woman, $12.
Renaissance. BJ, you having a bet around She's Extreme? Obviously not. I'd
No,
say. Doesn't need to.
definitely not.
Doesn't need to.
There's only one chance.
Quick plug for Boombet before we finish off. They have, let me have a quick look, Bella Nipotina to finish top 4 in the Manikato at $2.50. And the Cox Plate special is Zaki top 4 at $2. So even money. Peter Jackson wrote that in the comments as well. So I
Peter
appreciate
Jackson.
that. Gentlemen, thank you. Anything else to add? Guys, everything
I
is
got
in the
some-
description.
I got some stable mail
Oh, from who?
from the Newnham stable.
Hey, you're not meant to be doing this.
They're absolutely flying.
You're going to get in trouble again.
No. I was just joking. But they got
Oh,
matcha
okay.
latte in it, and they think it is flying. But I just
Matcha
read,
latte.
I only read that in the paper today.
Because
I
they don't
even
talk
wanna
to you
ask
anymore.
them. Yeah, I don't even want to ask them. Why? Because they won't
Yeah.
answer.
Don't tell that bloke. Don't tell that bloke. So, guys, thank you so much. Let us know. Give us some feedback on these live videos. We enjoy doing them. obviously, the podcast itself will be up on all your podcast apps. The video will be up on YouTube and on our website. If you are looking to open an account and bet with someone new this spring, get involved with BoomBet. They check out the link below and check out those odds boosts. Specials, and also if you do want to support us, get involved with Members Only. We have 900 plus very, very happy members on our way, hopefully to another winning month. We've won 8 out of 9 months, I think, this year, BJ. Big return so far this year. Well done.
Yeah, we need to find another winner. We need to get back in the winners' store this month.
Yeah.
But we're currently in front. And
still
Saturday,
there.
I'm keen on Saturday. So.
Oh, here we go. We're keen. All right, we'll stick around, BJ. We're just going to do the outro, and then that's it. But BJ, make sure you stick around for the outro.
Gentlemen, how are we, ladies and gentlemen?
There's the outro, but it just sounds like the intro.
Can he do it? The gloves are off. They go toe to toe, blow for blow. He's clear. His big heart pounding. Yes! That's history. Chicago makes it 3 in a row. That is unbelievable.
I wasn't involved in that intro too much, so I'm not sure.
That's funny.